It was really important for me to be able to deliver this message personally. It leaves an opportunity for somebody else to take over this amazing space, which is far more than a restaurant. It is a beautiful bar, a beautiful restaurant, pool, deck, and it's a full experience. I challenge you to name a more unique location that's ever been on the market in Antigua. Rokuni is one of the most Instagrammable spots on the island. So in the first 2 seasons trading, we've turned over about 4.6 million EC dollars. This location is absolutely spectacular. To have it perched on a cliff with a huge pool, to have a bar and a restaurant and a pool deck, it's unheard of. There's no other place like it. This is more than just a restaurant, it's an experience. We'll be looking for offers over. Opportunities like this don't come up very often. This is once in a lifetime. Don't miss it.
Hi everyone, today I'm at Nonsuch Bay and I'm here with Alex, who is the owner of Rokuni. And we have got some exciting news to tell you.
Actually, we've got 2 bits of exciting news. One is that we're going to be relocating Rokuni to an exciting new location. I can't say where we're relocating to, but I can say that it's an extraordinary location we're thrilled to be a part of, and it's going to come off the back of a huge refurbishment. It's a location that lots of people are already very fond of. The other exciting piece of news is that it leaves an opportunity for somebody else to take over this amazing space, which is far more than a restaurant. It is a beautiful bar, a beautiful restaurant, pool, deck, and it's a full experience. This location is absolutely spectacular. To have the property perched on a cliff top with a huge pool, to have a bar and a restaurant and a pool deck, it's unheard of, and there's nowhere like it on the island. It's not just a restaurant, it's an experience. It was really important for me to be able to deliver this message personally. I want everyone to understand why we're moving and also why this is so fabulous. Of course, there's going to be a sadness to leaving this location because we put blood, sweat and tears into it like you do with any restaurant opening. There's nothing I love more than when I come over the hill in the morning and you can see the entire bay, see Green Island, and then when you drive in and you arrive at Nonsuch Bay and you walk into the restaurant, you've got the sun glittering on the sea and it feels like you're on another part of the island, which has this sort of Balearic feel where it's a bit rocky and a bit more barren, and there's a beautiful cool breeze just sort of coming off the Atlantic Ocean. I absolutely love everything about that. We've built this incredible deck around the pool, the day beds are full every day, and we've had a lot of fun creating an Asian concept here. But we cannot deny the opportunity that we've been given. I want to be able to put all my attention into what is going to be Rokuni 2.0, and so it's really important that I can go out and find the right person who can build on all the hard work and the foundation we've put in place here, the fact that it's already on the map and super popular locally and internationally, and also be able to then take it to the next level. We've already been featured in the top 50 best restaurants in the Caribbean with Caribbean Journal. We were voted Antigua's favourite restaurant in Restaurant Week last year, and we've had a few other accolades along the way. I think it's been super popular, and I'm very excited to see what the next person can do with this space.
So that's a great opportunity for someone who wants to invest in Antigua and have their own spectacular restaurant. What information do you want to share with people about the space that you have here?
When you arrive at Rokuni, you come into what is the hostess area. We have a lounge and a bar there. When you walk through the beautiful bamboo pathway, you come into 3 pavilions in the restaurant plus a private dining which we call Buddha booth. In the restaurant we can fit about 100 people just on the chairs, and then there's about another 100 that you can get on all the lounges and bar space and everything as well. So we've had some really fun parties here. Then you go out just before the pool deck. We have another outdoor bar which features our tap cocktails. And then we have a big pool deck with 4 four-poster beds, loads of lounges. There's actually almost as many seats on lounges as there is in the dining room. If you go downstairs, we have a wine cellar. We have a staff dining room, we have our own toilets, of course, and then we actually have offices underneath as well. The kitchen is fully equipped and can be easily converted back to a full European kitchen, but also has a high pressure steamer for dim sum. So we put in enough to make it an Asian kitchen as well. The next chapter of this restaurant could be Asian, or it could easily be something else. I'll be very happy to work with the next person coming in to make sure it's a success.
What would you say to people if they were thinking about relocating to Antigua? What are the pros and cons of living in Antigua and doing business here? Because I think that's very important.
Yeah, it's a good question. I love living in Antigua. I moved here 16 years ago, opened my first restaurant more than 13 years ago now. And it's just been fantastic. My daughter's grown up here. She was actually born here. She goes to school, and I couldn't imagine her being anywhere else. You know, we spend most of the time being outdoors and enjoying the climate. There's a really good international school here. And I always say Antigua has everything you need and nothing you don't need. So we're not distracted with, you know, shopping malls and hundreds of bars and restaurants, but there's enough good ones here to keep you busy and to really appreciate the natural beauty of the island. So I think it's a great place to relocate. I mean, you don't need to convince me, obviously, I've been here forever.
Yeah, as have I. So what about running a business here?
There are challenges in the business, but what you find is that there's great local produce here. It might be a slightly smaller selection, but we're getting fresh tuna, mahi, grouper, snapper, wahoo straight off the boat. And I haven't worked anywhere in the world where you can have a fish that's caught at 3 in the afternoon and be on the menu at 6 o'clock at night before. So there's pros and cons to it all. And staffing wise here, what you'll find is that the teams are incredibly driven to learn and incredibly loyal as well. So that's wonderful. And I'd be happy to help anybody incoming to understand the nuances and idiosyncrasies of doing business on the island. We've put a lot of energy into getting it where it is. We've done the hard yards, and that's been really exciting. But it also means that there's a strong foundation that somebody can take and build on. And so I think a part of offsetting that emotional attachment is, of course, the idea that it will go on to something better in the future, because that's really how it works. If you've done a good job, you can hand it over where it is. So absolutely, the next person should be taking it to the next level. And so we're going to, we need to find that right person. I don't just want it to go to anybody. There's a lot of excitement for the next person coming in with the hotel projects, Moongate round the corner, and at Half Moon Bay, the one and only project. Even here, they've just put in their own reverse osmosis. They're investing in a gym, and they're talking about a spa. They want to put tennis courts in. So there's a real sort of excitement and buzz on this side of the island. And I think in the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to really see a larger population of both tourists and homeowners over here on the East Coast. So I think there's exciting times ahead. We can talk broadly speaking on numbers. Obviously, when we get into detail, I prefer to be doing that face-to-face with someone who's a potential buyer or the potential next owner. What I will say is that in the first 2 seasons trading, we turned over about 4.6 million EC dollars. I think the most important thing next is that somebody sends in an offer and a plan of the vision that they see for it, or any questions that they have that they want to ask. We'll be looking for offers over 500,000 US dollars by the end of April, so we can consider who will be the best candidate to take on the legacy.
So if you are interested in changing your life, owning this spectacular property, restaurant experience, then please send any questions you have to the email below. And thank you very much for watching.